Hi there. In this video, we'll guide you through the process of working with PostLab, your go-to app for creative collaboration. For this demonstration, we'll showcase PostLab's functionality in a scenario where me and my colleague are working on a video project. This will include a Final Cut Pro library, along with some production documents and a shared assets library. Before we start, make sure each editor has access to the same shared storage like a NAS server or a cloud storage provider for users with a PostLab Pro license. For this demonstration, I will use a folder on our NAS server. Here, the same mechanism applies to using a cloud provider. If a coworker can see the bundle, they can use it. When you first start using PostLab, it shows you a quick overview of the basics and what it can do. Let's have a quick look at the most important concepts. PostLab's Team Bundle is the heart of our platform. It's like a shared folder where everyone can access the same stuff. And guess what? PostLab takes care of all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to worry about anything when you start collaborating. In the activity feed, you can see a complete history of all the changes you and your team have made. Plus, if you ever need to go back to a previous version of a file, just restore it. PostLab also keeps your work safe by making sure no one else can open the files you're working on. That way, you can rest assured that your work is always protected against accidental corruption. For our editing team, we'll set up a team bundle that we'll keep in the projects folder on our NAS server. Click on Create New Team Bundle. Enter a name. In our case, Editing Team, and click Choose Location. I will point it to the shared folder and click Open. Next step is to set up a collection for our video project. This is where we'll keep our project files, like our Final Cut Pro library and any other production documents that my colleague needs access to. Next, I'll go ahead and import the library into my collection from PostLab. I'll click Add Document, then Import. To ensure your library functions smoothly, PostLab requires you to store your media outside the library. Once we're done with that, we can also import a Pages file that includes a video script for our project. This way, my colleague can start working on that file while I begin working in Final Cut Pro. And once you upload this Pages document to your team bundle, PostLab creates a new version for your document and helps you record what you did. Plus, remember this will also give you the option to go back to a previous version. Let's check in with my colleague to see how he's doing. In the meantime, I'll open my library and start working.
Hello, I would like to take a look at the Pages script that my colleague prepared for me. As you can see, I have access to the same folder on my Mac and I can see the team bundle that was created by my colleague. Let's open the team bundle. Once we're in, you can already see that my colleague has started working on the Final Cut Pro project. You can tell by the lock icon on the event that someone is currently working on it. So now I want to start working on the file. Let's click Open Document on the Pages document. In PostLab, this icon will now show a pencil, indicating that I have the document opened in Pages. I will start working on the video script. Meanwhile, let's check back in with my colleague to see how the video edit is coming along.
Welcome back. As you can see, I've quickly assembled a rough cut of a video interview and some B-roll footage. Now it's time to enhance the video with music and graphics. I could simply import a music file into my project, but for this specific project, I'd like to access a shared music database across multiple projects. To achieve this, I've already created a separate Final Cut Pro library that not only houses a music library, but also includes all our brand assets. Now, I will first quit Final Cut Pro. In PostLab, I can now save my work by leaving a short description of what I've done and clicking Save Changes. PostLab will now save my work to the team bundle, and a new version will be visible in the activity feed. Now, to import our assets, I will click Add Document, Import, and select the Final Cut Pro library containing the events for shared assets. This will import like any other imported library. Once we click the library, we can see the events containing all the assets we need. To ensure we can access these events within our project library, we need to go back to our project library, click Add Event, Link, and then select the events containing our assets. Finally, we can click Add to Document. Now, if we open our Final Cut Pro project library again, the shared events are linked and visible. You can recognize any linked event in PostLab by the link icon on the event. I see that my colleague finished the video script, so let's quickly check the Pages file. Just to quickly confirm, In the activity feed, you can see that my colleague saved the file, and I can now access the Pages file from my side. Let's see the changes that were made to the file. I can now see that a new shot was added, but I prefer my previous version. To revert back, I'll go to the activity feed, click the clock icon on the right, and restore the earlier version. I can always return to any previous version, since every event in the feed serves as a checkpoint we can return to. Thank you for your time. I hope this video has helped you understand the basics of PostLab. Please check our in-depth guides if you want to know more about specific features, and don't hesitate to reach out to us if you encounter any hurdles while using PostLab.